my pleasure, even though it wasn't planned, as I sit here and listen to all of you talk, and as I said the other day, you are our hope for the future. In looking and welcoming our new mayor to join us today, he is the hope for Jerusalem and for the future of this city. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the new mayor of Jerusalem and the new future of Jerusalem, Nir Barkat.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Jerusalem. Who here is a Jerusalemite? Raise your hand. Yeah. Who is here from the rest of the country? Who's here from abroad? Wow, what a nice mix. It sort of shows you that Jerusalem, we're all shareholders of the city, care about the city. Lynn, thank you for enabling this to happen. It's an honor to host you and your team, and it's nice to see the council so young. Usually it looks a little bit different when we have our meetings here. Maybe it says something towards the future. But it's really an honor to host you here. I understand the forum's called ROI, Return on Investment, which is something that is near and dear to my heart as an ex-business entrepreneur. And if we're talking about entrepreneurship and developing the city, developing our own personal agendas, personal businesses, sometimes our mutual businesses as a city, as a community, and as people, Jewish people that care about Jerusalem and the country. I think I'd like to share with you a few words about how I view and how I've derived the vision for the city of Jerusalem, thinking about return on investment. As a matter of fact, I got into public service as an entrepreneur, business entrepreneur, minding my own business in the global marketplace in the States. And after we've done for our home, my wife and I, we decided to get engaged and involved in philanthropy or investing in education. We started the largest Hebrew educational website, the non-for-profit called Slumit, joint venture with the Hebrew University, and got involved and engaged with the public sector and the schooling system. And I was really intrigued to see what we could do to make a difference. We wanted to make sure that when we put and invest a few $1 million in the education system in Jerusalem, we wanted to know what we get out of it. And so it pushed me to get involved and engaged. And we managed to meet, until today, 12 years, like a business. A social return on investment, an educational return on investment, which is what we seek. We manage it like a business, but not for profit. And through that engagement, I got exposed to the public sector. And what I saw got me concerned, got me to realize that it's our turn to get involved. I left my business 6 years ago, retired. I worked for a shekel a year. And actually what I'm doing today is I view myself as if you like, as a public servant or an entrepreneur in the public arena. And I see that my role today is to exploit the potential of the city of Jerusalem, thinking business-oriented in one way, thinking from the heart in another, and engaging them all into one large vision. And with your permission, I'll get a little bit more into details. What I found 5 years ago, 6 years ago, as a head of opposition, is that if we really want Jerusalem to flourish and develop, a lot of it is about the economy. And if we would like to develop momentum and make Jerusalem a worthy place for young entrepreneurs and investors to develop their career, develop their business, stay in the city of Jerusalem, we have to make it attractive. We have to make Jerusalem attractive and competitive to other cities, to other places in the world, and so that we have to focus on our competitive advantages. And we've outlined with Professor Michael Porter from Harvard Business School, which works pro bono with us, with me here in Jerusalem in the last 5 years. We developed 2 areas where I believe Jerusalem has competitive advantages. One of them is very natural. It's culture tourism. It is how do we leverage through investments in culture and improve and increase the value of the experience coming to the city of Jerusalem, making Jerusalem a destination site for tourists, for pilgrims. We have the best location in the world. Nobody can compete with our location, with the brand that has invested over 3,000 years. And we're not exactly exploiting the brand. Currently, there are about just over 2 million tourists a year that enjoy Jerusalem, compared to Rome that has 40 million last year, New York that had 47 million, and Paris and London that are over the 40s and 50s. It's a shame. It's a shame that we're not exploiting our potential. Well, as a business entrepreneur, this is a huge opportunity. As a matter of fact, I put a goal, a target goal, of 10 million tourists for the next decade, for 2020. And that means 150,000 new jobs for the city. It means a huge, dramatic change in culture in the city of Jerusalem. It means that Jerusalem has to focus on improving the demand for the city and preparing for coping with such a capacity, which is 4 or 5 times more than what we have today. The city's not ready for it yet. But it means that the planners and the investors and everyone else understands where we're headed. And for young entrepreneurs like yourselves, if you seek it, you will find opportunities. I believe that if I was your age today, I'd probably take a serious look in this space and figure out a way to make a good living. As Jerusalem, going into the global marketplace, hear this out, there are 3.4 billion people in the world that want to come to Jerusalem at least once in their lifetime. And what they want is exactly what we're talking about, the positive side of Jerusalem. They want to expand the culture experience. They want to expand the religious, the spiritual. You know Jerusalem. You know what we have to sell. And this is what we want to do. It's a great challenge. In order to get to that challenge, not me, nobody can do this alone. We have to join forces. We have to join forces, which is the municipality and the not-for-profit world, in serious private-public partnerships. We have to get the government on board. We have to get entrepreneurs that want to develop this experience on board. And step by step, to get to the goal I mentioned, it's a 15% growth from year to year. That's what it means. It can be done. It has been done in other cities, and we can do this together in Jerusalem. There's no doubt in my mind. In order to do that, we have to overcome a few bumps on the road. We've done, the Jewish people have taken bigger challenges before. So what I propose to you is get engaged, get involved. In one way, shape, or form, I have to tell you that Lynn, as a dear friend of Jerusalem, and the whole Schusterman Foundation, is a great partner of the city of Jerusalem. And Lynn, thank you for your help, which is highly, highly appreciated. You're a thought leader, and first to jump into deep water and support and help. And it's a great opportunity for your people to know how appreciative we are in your support. So thank you, Lynn.